Welcome to Mexico, the land of 111 million surprises. Did you know that Mexico is the #1 producer of smartphones in the world, and that 82% of Mexicans over age of 14 have a cell phone, and that high-tech manufacturing represents 22% of Mexico's GDP, and it's growing at a rate of 63%. Mexico also is the second largest producer of TVs in the world and the largest producer of white goods. Literally 1 out of every 3 fridges, stoves, and washing machines is manufactured in Mexico. Here's another shocker. Mexico produces more automobiles than Canada or the US. Welcome to Country Reports. Because location risk is the biggest gamble in mining, assumptions can be expensive, either by being too optimistic or too pessimistic. Our objective with this program is to help investors understand jurisdictional or location risk. So come with us today to Mexico, where in the next 10 minutes, we'll show you that Mexico is no Sleepy Hollow of sombreros and burritos. It's dynamic and it's changing fast. And in Mexico, mining is embraced as an important source of jobs, revenue, and national identity. In Mexico, mining is efficient. Policies pertaining to permitting and taxation are federal responsibility, and time means money in mining. Here's a great example. Silvercrest Mines, Mexico's newest producer, drilled its first drill hole just 4 years ago and is now in production. It could generate up to $30 million in profits annually, sufficient to repay the company's total capital cost in just under a year. And that's a metaphor for Mexico's potential. Because what's amazing, in 2003, there were only 74 mining companies operating in Mexico. At last count now, there are 263. So what happened? How did this growth happen? Well, there was a revolution in government policies. Foreign capital was finally authorized to participate in 100% of the stock of a mining company. Today, foreign companies work under the same taxation rules as domestic miners and pay approximately 34% tax on distributed profits only, not on reinvested profits. Mexico is a geographically and geologically rich and large country. Across its 31 states are volcanic mountain ranges, vast plateaus and desert regions, as well as coastal areas that surround most of the country. Vast though it may be, most of Mexico's mining takes place in the Sierra Madres. This mountain range extends from Sonora southeast through western Chihuahua, Sinaloa, Durango, Zacatecas, Jalisco, and Guanajuato, where it joins the Sierra Madre Sur. Mexico remains surprisingly unexplored when you consider that just 15% of the country has been explored, and yet 60% of Mexico's area has geological conditions for the existence of ore deposits. Most commonly mined are copper, silver, zinc, lead, gold, coal, iron, bismuth, antimony, and salt. Sonora State is Mexico's most prolific gold producer, with an average production annually of 437,000 ounces of gold per year, more than many gold-producing countries. Look for producers such as Alamos Gold's Mulatos mine, with over 60 million tons of reserves at close to 1.5 grams per ton. This and other mines such as La Herradura and El Shanani have helped to make Sonora the #1 producer of gold in Mexico. Elsewhere in Sonora, Grupo Mexico operates Cananea, North America's oldest and one of the world's largest open-pit copper mines in the world. In 2006, this mine produced 164,000 tons of copper. In Zacatecas State, Goldcorp hosted the official inauguration of its newest mine, the Penasquito mine, the largest open-pit gold mine in Mexico. Its resources include 17.4 million ounces of gold and more than 1 billion ounces of silver. Like every mine, it's a boon to local economy. It will employ over 2,000 people, and its spin-off is another 12,500 indirect jobs. Mexico has held honors as the world's #1 or #2 producer for silver for decades. And, speaking of silver, Proaño is an underground silver mine, and it is the world's largest and most profitable silver mine. The mining operation is run by Peoles, the world's largest silver mining firm. In 2007, this one mine produced 33 million ounces of silver. It's truly a testament to the culture of mineral extraction in this country to find a mine so intertwined with an urban center as the Proaño. Chihuahua's Nica mine is home to one of the world's greatest natural marvels. This lead, zinc, and silver mine contains huge voids with selenite crystals as big as 11 meters long. It's also Mexico's largest lead producer. Chihuahua's mining fame derives also from its gold and silver production. It's #2 in Mexico for both metals. Look for producers such as Goldcorp's El Sazal mine, Gammon Gold's Ocampo mine, Hochschild's Morris mine, and Minefinder's Dolores mine. Durango State is the #3 producer in Mexico for both gold and silver. From east to west, look for Soho Resources' Tahoehuitl project and Great Panther Resources' Topia. Chesapeake Gold has a massive billion-plus ton gold, silver, zinc Metate project. It's in feasibility, and it's located in the south. Moving east, Silver Standard has La Piteria, and nearby is Endeavor Silver's Guanacevi mine. Another promising grassroots project here is El Castillo project. It has 100 million tons of 1.39 grams per ton measured and indicated. So where do you go to find and research winners? Just go to Resource Intelligence/RIQ. You can limit your search by metal, share price, market cap, and even by resource category.
Mexico is a modern country with a lot of communications, really good communications, railroads, highways, flights to everywhere. And we have a really good percentage of cell phones and all the infrastructure that needs the foreign companies, they can find it in Mexico. We are developing yearly basis, in average 3 big mines every year, world-class mines every single year.
Mexico is a country of dichotomies. It's modern and metropolitan, and yes, traditional and rural. While its infrastructure in some areas lacks, the country also moves a vast amount of goods and services within and outside its borders. For example, Mexico is the 11th largest economy in the world. And every day, 1 billion in goods legally crosses the U.S.-Mexico border. Roads are part of the picture, but because Mexico has over 10,000 kilometers of coastline, its seaports are particularly important to miners. Although it has dozens of ports, 80% of its freight passes through just 5 ports, including this one at Puerto de Guaymas, a city of 140,000 inhabitants. Rail is also very important for mines, and indeed, Mexico has privatized railways and it continues to build. This line, called the Ferromex, is the largest in Mexico, and it's owned 74% by Grupo Mexico, which is also Mexico's largest mining company. As with most countries, water supply is a concern. The arid northwest and central regions contain most of the country's mining projects and the least water. A caveat for investors: look closely at a project's water supply before making an investment. Mexico is an outstanding example of a country reinventing itself. How? 10 years ago, a revolution occurred in Mexican politics. After 71 years in power, the socialist PRI party was ousted. Its opposition, the PAN party, or PAN, promised to revive the economy on a macro basis, which fundamentally changed the way business and the economy would function. Mexico needed investment and expertise, and they got it by passing legislation treating investors, foreign or local, the same. It signed numerous free trade agreements, and with the changes came billions and billions of foreign investment capital, jobs by the hundreds of thousands, and dramatic improvement in Mexico's standard of living. Here's an important fact: 75% of Mexicans live in urban centers. In these markets, incomes and healthcare compare highly favorable to most cities in the southern United States. And importantly to investors and to Mexico's, mines are found not in urban markets, but in deserts, where the local populace welcomes investment, jobs, and infrastructure that only mining brings. And it is one of the reasons mine development is so fast and payouts are so generous. Mexico's on a roll. Today it has the 11th largest economy in the world. It is led by a progressive government with a president who was a miner. Surprisingly, Mexico remains largely unexplored with modern technology, but with 6% of the world's mining exploration dollars pouring into the country, you can expect more from Mexico.